Something is happening in China right now, and most people haven't noticed it yet. It's not just one breakthrough, it's a chain reaction of technologies evolving at once. Machines that learn faster than humans, systems that don't sleep and don't stop, and by the time the world reacts, it might already be too late. Let's start with something that sounds unreal, a robot that went from barely walking to performing martial arts in just 1 year. Think about that. Just 12 months ago, these machines struggled to stand. Today, they flip, spin, and strike with precision that rivals trained athletes. This isn't slow innovation. This is acceleration, and it's happening everywhere. The rise of human-level robots. In China, humanoid robots are no longer lab experiments. They're stepping into real life. And here's the scary part. They're improving faster than expected. We're talking about robots that learn movements in days, adapt to new environments instantly, and operate without constant human control. This isn't programming anymore, it's evolution. One company showcased robots performing complex kung fu routines, not pre-coded movements, but adaptive actions. They balance, react, and adjust mid-motion. That means they're not just executing commands, they're making decisions. Factories without humans. Now imagine this, a factory where no humans exist, no lights, no brakes, no mistakes, just machines building other machines. China is already moving toward this reality. Robots assembling robots, systems optimizing themselves, production running 24/7 without interruption. This changes everything, because when machines build machines, scale becomes unlimited, and cost, it drops faster than anyone can compete with. The workforce that never sleeps. Here's where it gets serious. China has already deployed thousands of robots into factories. These machines work non-stop, replace repetitive labor, and coordinate with each other. No fatigue, no errors, no downtime. One robot can even replace its own battery, meaning it literally never stops working. Think about that. A workforce that doesn't sleep, doesn't complain, and doesn't quit. Robots that think and adapt. Now let's take it further. These robots aren't just working, they're thinking. You can give them a simple command like bring water to the front desk, and they will plan the route. Avoid obstacles. Adjust in real time. Complete the task without help. No step-by-step instructions needed. Even more impressive, if you interrupt them mid-task, they pause, rethink, and continue. That's not automation, that's intelligence. The fighting machines. Now here's where things get intense. Not in theory, but in real engineering reality. Advanced robotic systems are no longer limited to factories or controlled labs. They are being designed for dynamic physical interaction, where machines must react instantly to unpredictable environments. That means movement is no longer pre-programmed. It is real-time, decision-based motion. They can punch, they can dodge, they can counter incoming force in milliseconds. Modern robotic research shows that autonomous systems must constantly process sensor data to adjust force, balance, and movement in real time during physical tasks. This is where things become serious, because once robots operate in open environments, they rely on high-speed perception systems that interpret touch, pressure, and resistance instantly. Force sensors allow machines to detect fragility, applying soft contact for delicate objects and higher torque when resistance increases. In industrial robotics, AI-controlled systems already adjust grip strength dynamically to avoid damaging materials while maintaining precision handling. And in more advanced humanoid prototypes, motion control systems combine balance algorithms, vision tracking, and predictive modeling to react faster than human reflexes. This is not scripted choreography anymore. It is adaptive physical intelligence. And when a machine can respond to force, anticipate motion, and adjust instantly, the line between tool and autonomous agent starts to disappear. Robots in law enforcement. Now imagine this, you're walking down the street and instead of a police officer, you see a robot. China has already deployed robotic systems for patrol. Some roll at high speeds, chasing suspects across land and water. Others stand at intersections, controlling traffic 24/7. No brakes, no distractions, no mistakes. They detect violations, respond instantly, and operate in all conditions. Rain, heat, midnight, always watching, always working. ultra-realistic humanoids. Now things get even more unsettling. China is building robots that look almost human. They blink naturally, show emotions, maintain eye contact. From a distance, you can't tell the difference, and that's intentional. These robots are being prepared for customer service. Hospitality, elderly care. They don't just perform tasks, they interact, and the line between human and machine starts to blur. Robot dogs that go anywhere. Not all robots walk on 2 legs, some move on 4, and they're even more powerful. These robotic dogs run at high speeds, climb stairs effortlessly, navigate rough terrain. They're used for rescue missions, military operations, dangerous inspections. Places too risky for humans, these machines go without hesitation. Robots entering your home. Now here's the part that affects everyone. Robots are entering homes, not as tools, but as companions. They can recognize your mood, respond emotionally, assist with daily tasks. Some are designed specifically for elderly care. They remind people to take medicine, talk to them, keep them company. Not just machines, but assistants that understand. AI in schools. Now imagine growing up with this technology. In China, AI education is becoming standard, and in one classroom, a robot actually taught a lesson. Yes, a robot teacher. And students are learning from it. At the same time, other robots are being trained like students. Humans teach them tasks, they observe, learn and improve. An entire generation of machines learning like humans. Driverless everything. While some countries are still debating self-driving cars, others have already moved into real-world deployment. Driverless taxis are now operating across multiple cities, completing millions of paid rides without a human driver behind the wheel. Driverless buses are being tested and scaled in controlled urban zones, handling fixed routes, traffic signals and passenger boarding without human input. Driverless trucks are entering logistics networks, moving goods between warehouses, ports and distribution centres autonomously. These vehicles don't just follow roads, they interpret them. They process traffic in real time, adjust speed in milliseconds, and react to weather, congestion, and obstacles without hesitation. In major Chinese cities, robotaxi services are already operating commercially in designated zones with large-scale ride volumes and expanding coverage. Some companies are already running fully driverless operations across multiple urban regions, including airports and transport hubs, and the scale is no longer experimental, it is commercial. Millions of autonomous rides have already been completed in real environments, not simulations, not prototypes, but real passengers in real cities. And that's what makes this shift irreversible, because once transportation stops needing a human driver, everything built around transport starts to change. Construction without workers. Now this might surprise you. China has already built infrastructure using only machines, roads constructed by robots, drones mapping from above, AI controlling every step, zero humans on site, perfect precision, no delays, no errors, a world without wallets. Now let's talk about everyday life. In China, you can pay without a phone or a card, just your hand. Biometric systems identify you instantly. Your body becomes your wallet. Fast, secure, invisible. The surveillance factor. But there's another side to this. Advanced AI systems monitor activity in real time. They track movement, analyze behavior, predict risks. Supporters say it increases safety. Critics say it raises serious concerns, because when technology sees everything, privacy changes forever. Delivery from the sky. Even deliveries are changing. Drones now transport goods across cities. Food arrives in minutes, flying over traffic. Efficient, fast, autonomous. The most shocking breakthrough. Now here's the part that feels unbelievable. Brain-machine technology. Devices that connect to the human brain and restore movement. People who couldn't move are now controlling devices with their thoughts. This isn't testing anymore. It's happening. The big picture. Now step back and look at everything. Robots that learn. Factories without humans. AI in schools, driverless transport, brain-connected technology. This isn't one innovation, it's an entire ecosystem evolving together, and it's happening fast. very fast. So here's the real question. Is this the future we've been waiting for, or the one we weren't prepared for? Because while the world is still debating, China is already building. And once this level of technology spreads, there's no going back. If you found this eye-opening, hit like, subscribe, and stay ahead of what's coming next. Because the future isn't coming, it's already here.